I grew up in church. I don't know about y'all, but man, I was one of those kids that used to get dropped off at church camp all the time. You know, I was that kid that like you'd look around your dinner table and not know who I was, but I was sitting there eating because both my parents worked, so they just dropped me off in different places, right? And I remember the first time I went to church camp, I was like 9 years old. And you know in the summer, like right now, all our kids and grandkids, they just live off of like Mountain Dew and ice cream and cookies and candy, you know? And then back in my day, it was Pop Rocks. Remember Pop Rocks? So I just chug down Pop Rocks and chase it with Cokes and root beer and everything. We're outside playing dodgeball, and I'm like 9, right? And it was the first time I ever had that feeling that like right above your belt buckle, that like, you know, because it's like, it's nothing but hot dogs and sugar and Coke, and it's like, and I'm sweating and cold at the same time. I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on out here, you know? And we're playing dodgeball, and the dodgeballs are flying, and it's like, and I'm like, oh dear God, you know, what's gonna happen out here? This don't feel right. And it's like, and I didn't know what it was, and then I took a dodgeball to the stomach, and I figured out real quick what it was. It was like, oh no, here we go, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta go to the bathroom, you know, I gotta go to the bathroom. And it's hot, and I'm talking to the counselor, I'm like, look, I gotta go. And she's like, you gotta wait till the game's over. I'm like, I'm not kidding, I gotta go right now. I don't think you understand what's happening. So finally, she's like, just go, right? So I'm 9. I take off running to go in to the log cabin with the potties. And I go, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going, oh my God. And I go running in and get in front of a toilet, and I turn around like this, and I didn't make it. So there I am, by myself, 9 years old, poop my pants at church camp. So I turtle walk over to the other log cabin that had our bunk beds in there. I'm going, I can't believe I pooped my pants at church camp. You know, what am I gonna do? And I go into the other log cabin. Now on the end of our bunk beds, there were laundry bags, right? Where we kept all of our stuff. So I take off my poopy shorts. Now, clearly I'm not putting these shorts in my laundry bag. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not stupid. I was 9, but I wasn't stupid. So I go like 5 bunks down, put my poopy shorts in that kid's laundry bag, pull it up tight, put my new shorts on, and go back to church camp. As the week went on, his bag became a problem. And the hotter it got, the harder it got on this kid to finish this church camp. And the other kids were calling him Poo-Poo Pants Laundry Bag Kid. And I'm like, y'all be nice to Poo-Poo Pants Laundry Bag Kid, because I didn't want anyone to know it's me, right? So on the final day of church camp, all the moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, everybody comes in the big log cabin, and we're gonna pray for everybody to have a safe trip going back home, right? So the preacher's standing there, and everybody's holding hands, and he starts to say the prayer, and right before he starts to say the prayer, this kid just loses it. And he's like, Mom! And everyone just stares at this kid. And his mom's like, what, honey? And I'm like, oh, dear God, our Father who art in heaven. She's like, what happened, honey? He's like, Mom, everybody calls me Poo-Poo Pants Laundry Bag Kid. And she's like, why? And he's like, look at my bag, Mom! And his mom's like, oh my goodness, what the flies in the, come here. She opens up the bag, she looks in, she goes, what in the world? And she pulls the shorts out, she pulls them up, and she opens up the band and goes, who is Reno Collier? Yeah, because my mom sewed my name in on my shorts. I'm Poo-Poo Pants Laundry Bag Kid, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna share that, but we started talking about church, and I thought, anyway.